bid you good day. As always, a very fine day to you. And today we will speak of, well, the hidden life of life, we will say. Beginning with some questions for you to consider. What is it about hidden things that makes them so interesting? What makes secrets worth knowing? Why not let them be? Decide that if you were born to know, someone would have told you by now. Or decide that it is none of your business after all. But no, you want to excavate the hidden, to hoist it up, dust it off, study it, learn its secret. So you ask questions. What was it before it became a secret? When did it become a secret? Must a secret always remain hidden? Will it be revealed to me? Once I know it, will I be able to keep the secret? Like that and so forth, you know? So be it. Humans are curious, we know this. You are curious, but why? Well, perhaps it is because you have been kept mostly in the dark for countless hundreds of years. You have an inkling that you may be special, but you do everything you can to prove your theory wrong. The truth is, you do not remember that you are special or why. There are many beings on earth now. Some are not human, but you would not know it. They are here for their own purposes. We are their host. Only another human being can have interests like your own, and only if they are fully human, which is to say that they are engaged in credible work. Credible work is the art of discovering one's nature, of occupying one's body fully, filling in the gaps. Credible work engages several places within you. It gives them an opportunity to express themselves fully, to be seen and heard, as it were. Credible work is seeking and finding, excavating knowledge, repairing distortions, building scaffolds to the sky, diving deep into caves without so much as a candle for comfort. Credible work is earth work. It is picking yourself up, healing your wounds, and seeing to those of others. Credible work is repairing, restoring, regenerating earth, and when necessary, moving into a new world and making a home of that. It is worth mentioning that seekers are often solitary individuals, but finders are often in good company. It is good to be a seeker. It is credible. But sometimes seekers forget what they were seeking. They forget they were once in search of treasure, but fell asleep. And when they awoke, all that was left was a few leftover baubles, perhaps a chunk of unpolished carbon, nothing refined or worthwhile. Even worse are those that follow the breadcrumb leavings of others, which is to say, to follow another's path instead of one's own. Finders, on the other hand, know how to celebrate. They celebrate their own homecoming and invite others to join them. They too were eager to claim the treasure as their own once upon a time. But after thinking on it and considering it some more, they decided to visit it on several occasions instead. You see, a treasure once removed from its moorings loses a little of itself. It is no longer a treasure for its own sake. It is now also the property of another, someone who might want to own it or control it. Most would hardly notice it. A little sheen worn off, a small chip where there was once none, hardly noticeable, as I said. But that sheen, patina really, developed over a millennium of time. A small chip here and there now reflects light imperfectly, forevermore. Such is the way with earth treasure, timeless, but fragile too. How many times has it been dug up and reburied? Can you imagine? Perhaps as many times as you have been reborn. So the finder, well, he knows this, you see. And rather than taking the treasure for himself, he decides to visit with it often, to befriend it, trade stories and tales of journeys and conquests. And the treasure allows the finder to be warmed by its presence because it has a strong life force, unlike any other. Eventually, a trust is born between them, a bond, you could call it. And over time, the bond becomes a sacred one, a blood bond, you could say. A sacred bond can fray, but it cannot be broken or undone. This is how it was in the old times, the times before this one. As the trust deepens, secrets that have been wound tightly begin to unfold. Have you ever seen a secret unfold? It is beautiful to behold. It looks something like the bud of a flower, opening for the first time in early spring, or a hand fan catching the wind and sending it here and there, or even a bird in feathered flight. Almost everyone knows that behind every secret, there is a mystery to be reckoned with, to be solved, perhaps a puzzle even. After all, don't many of your tales include dragons who guard treasure or tasks that one must master first? These stories, these olden tales, were once based on fact, you know. Well, one of the good things about ancient treasure is that it has a long memory. You can count on it to know where the mysteries are kept and to pebble you with riddles until you can solve the puzzle for yourself. After all, what are friends for? You should know then that a treasure does not know that it is a treasure. It is only a treasure because you have discovered it and befriended it. Before then, it sat still under the ground or in the sky. It thinks you are the treasure because you brought it to light. And each time you visit, the treasure glows and becomes brighter still. As you can see, there is more to be gained by visiting treasure without laying claim to it. To claim it would be to rob it of its essence, its sovereignty and starlight. It would take something from it that is more precious than gold. Therefore, finders are careful not to be followed. It is not because they are afraid someone will steal the treasure for themselves. No, it is in order to protect their friend, to keep the treasure from falling into harm. And this is one of the reasons secrets have been kept. They were meant to outlast those who would use them for profane purposes, such as to enrich themselves or to gloat in greed. Now you too are being entrusted with secrets and mysteries. Your credible work includes being trustworthy and honorable. It includes assisting others with your gain. It includes replacing and restoring what you can and linking with other secret keepers and finders. Credible work is also an invitation to join in the storytelling of bygone days, just as we have done this day. Many other treasures await discovery. So you may be awakened at night perhaps given a map to follow, maybe given a clue, or even a dream that will speak to you so that you will remember it by daylight. I tell you this, better than friends in high places are friends that know the best secrets. And the best secrets are about the hidden life of life. We will speak more on this subject, for I will return with a few helpful hints for seekers and finders. Until next time, sweet ones, I bid you good day.